back at it again. Today we'll be talking about Decidueye. What do Decidueye and Hawkeye the Avengers have in common? You wonder why you brought these guys to fight literal gods. Design-wise, Decidueye is one of my favorite grass starters. It literally evolves equipped with a hoodie, the natural evolution of an emo. Too bad its stats are kinda depressing for what it wants to be. At first you see its stats, some actually being 100 or more, and you also see it has access to Swords Dance and Nasty Plot. So why is it only an NU? Well, let's compare it to someone in OU with 100 base stats across the board. Mew. I mean, their offenses are pretty much the same, so why? Oh. Mew isn't used as an offensive mon, and unfortunately, Decidueye is all about offense, tries to be. What do Decidueye and the Green Arrow from the Justice League have in common? They aren't this guy. Decidueye is actually the fastest of the Alolan starters with a speed of 70? That is slow, but that's enough of that. Let's ask the question we've all been waiting for. How buffed up was Decidueye in Radical Red? Starting off from its happy childhood state, Rowlet learns Ominous Wind at level 16. No stab bonus for a while because Rowlet and Daytrix are grass flying types, but it's decently powerful for the early game of Radical Red. And it learns False Swipe at level 1, useful for catching Pokemon. Also, because of the little known game Pokemon Legends Arceus, Rowlet now has the potential to evolve into Decidueye Hisuian form, which we will talk about later. Daytrix in version 1.9 and older, there was a slight glitch in which there was a chance that a Daytrix would hatch from a Wonder Egg. Like the saying goes, what came first, the egg or the Daytrix? Let's go through the boring stuff first with Decidueye. First, it gets the move Fly, because it's a bird. Get it? A little bit more interesting, it has a new ability, Tinted Lens. Replacing Long Reach, which turns all contact moves into non-contact moves, Tinted Lens doubles the damage of all not very effective moves, which turns not very effective move into normal effective moves. From a wall breaking standpoint, this is incredible. Nothing resists Decidueye unless it double resists a move or it is immune to the Avian Archer. Stat wise, it got quite the change. Special attack goes from 100 to 95, special defense goes from 100 to 85, and speed goes from 70 to 100. 100 speed is quite fast. Lastly, its new move, 1,000 Arrows. Learned at level 65, 1,000 Arrows is a ground type move with 90 base power, 100% accuracy, and hits both foes in double battles. Also, it has the unique effect that it can hit flying Pokemon and ground them, taking away their ground immunity. This move doesn't really help Decidueye at all, but of course the only Pokemon Archer should probably know the Arrow moves. Decidueye Hisuian form. No one asked for DecidueyeH, but I thought it made sense to just lump both versions together. If normal Decidueye is like Revali from Legend of Zelda, then DecidueyeH is like the ninja ostrich from Naruto. All legs. Vanilla DecidueyeH is pretty much just like vanilla Decidueye, hits slightly harder and way slower. Being a fighting type instead of a ghost type, DecidueyeH throws off Aura Spheres in its new move, Triple Arrows, which is a kick apparently. Anyway, Radical Red DecidueyeH got boosts all around. Higher HP, higher defense, lower special attack, higher special defense, and higher speed. Granted, all the boosts are only by 5 or 10, and the only drop is 20, but trust me, DecidueyeH, like Decidueye, is all attack. DecidueyeH gets a lot of new moves. The reason for this is because Pokemon Legends Arceus did take away a lot of moves, like it gets Pluck. You don't care if it learns Pluck, of course it learns Pluck, it's a bird. So in the entrance of time, and just so we're not boring, I'm only going to mention the most important moves you will most likely use in the playthrough. It can learn the moves Trope Kick, High Jump Kick, and 1,000 Arrows through level up. From TM or Move Tutor, it can learn Drain Punch, Close Combat, Defog, Grassy Glide, Dual Wing Beat, and Triple Axle. Now, in terms of ability, Decidueye gets 2 original Radical Red abilities. First, Striker. Striker boosts all kick-based moves by 1.3. Let's start off with DecidueyeH's signature move, Triple Arrows. Yes, it's a kick, and no, it doesn't hit 3 times. It has 60 base power, 10 more than the original, and it will lower the defense of the target and increases the user's critical hit chance. After Stab and Striker becomes 117 power. Trope Kick. It lowers the foe's attack, and after Stab and Striker bonus becomes 136.5 power. Then we have Triple Axle. It hits 3 times, each hit rising in power, so in the end, if all 3 hit with Striker, it becomes, geez, I'm gonna need to do some quick math. Let's see, 26 plus 52 plus 78 equals 156 total power. Now let's talk about high jump kick. After stab and striker, 130 becomes 253.5 power. That's high risk with losing 50% of your max HP if you miss, but man, that's a pretty high reward. The second original ability that the DecidueyeH gets is Quill Rush. On the first turn, the user's speed is raised by 50% and the user's attack is raised by 20%. Basically, the DecidueyeH has this turn where he's ready to go and is ready to lay waste, but then after that, he's kind of just there. Quill Rush does allow moves like Close Combat and Thousand Arrows to have a lot more punch and speed, but personally I like the consistency of Striker's power boosts a bit more, even at the loss of all that speed. In conclusion, starting with the Decidueye just normal, has a speed and somewhat of the bulk, but it's trying to be something that it just can't pull off completely, so 2 out of 5. Enjoyable for the mid game though. And Decidueye Hisuian. As the first Hisuian Pokemon that we're covering, it has a lot of destructive power, but its speed really holds it back unless it's the first turn of Quill Rush. So with that in mind, I will give it a 3 out of 5 because this Decidueye is a lot more fun to use than the one in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And if you want to see this thing really wreck, check out Chizzy's Radical Red Elite Four run with Hisuian Pokemon. You can see a DecidueyeH completely wreck a Meltan there. Let me know what you guys think about the Decidueye and DecidueyeH, and also let me know which Pokemon you guys would like to see next. Until next time, I'm going to invent a new wrestling move based off of DecidueyeH Triple Arrow, in which I call out Headbutt of Truth and Justice times 6, in which I go for a kick, stop, do a backflip backwards, and shoot the opponent 7 times with a bow and arrow in the knee. It's gonna be great.